Guruji, welcome to Oman. I'm sure you've heard a lot about Oman, and we're so happy to have you here. How are you feeling? I know you've seen it only probably in the last like an hour or so, but how are you feeling after coming here? What is your first impression of Oman so far?
Well, people have been inviting me for last 27 years. I'm glad I could make it this time. It's a beautiful place, and I see the. As soon as I landed, I saw the country is very nicely maintained, and it's simply beautiful. Yeah.
Amazing. I'm going straight into the practices that you have spread all around the world. So I want to know what are some of the key benefits that people commonly experience after regularly practicing sky breathing that you could share with our
Sky breathing has multiple benefits. We have been teaching this for last 45 years, and there are number of evidence-based research around the world. 700 research papers have all been uh, published on the benefits of the sky breathing. One of the most important thing is it boosts your immune system 5 times. Can you imagine that?
That's in the study that they have
Yeah,
found.
that's in the
Amazing.
study. It boosts your immune system 5 times, and it improves your physical health and mental health and emotional stability. It has helped people to come out of depression, rage,
Yeah.
anger. Anger is a big issue today in the
is.
society. So, as I said, if I speak on the benefits of it, I can go on and on and on. So, more than 100 benefits have been already, documented about
Yes.
this. So, we have been doing this in the prisons, we have been doing for the doctors and nurses around the world. That is very important for the doctors and nurses, because they have so much burnout.
Absolutely.
So they can get over 78% of the doctors and nurses who have done this have felt that they could get over the burnout in just a week's time.
And would you say it's also just as important for children as well, because the kind of life
Yeah.
they
Kids, today kids have, they are in the screen time for so long, and they need, some rest to the brain. So some of these techniques that we teach for kids not only improve their attention span, that's very less today,
yeah.
but it also helps them to be more centered and more creative in their, yes. They become more studious. We have a special program for children to enhance their intuitive ability.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so important. I mean, I've also read where you've said that with regular meditation, you can improve your intuition skills. Like generally for people as well, your intuition goes up.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. Great. So, also now you said about the screen. You said about the stress that we have. Because that's there all around. People have a very busy life as well. But how can someone, incorporate some of the techniques? Like how can they bring meditation, breathing? We do breathing always. Just now we are breathing, but it's not conscious, I feel, what we do. How can we incorporate that on a regular basis when you have a busy lifestyle?
That is when you need it all the more. You need more energy the more you are busier. And this not only gives you rest, but it also gives you a lot of energy.
Right.
So, in a short period of time, you can take such deep rest that rejuvenate your body, mind, and spirit, and that's what people are looking for. That's the reason in 2024, December 6, 193 countries came together to declare World Meditation Day. This has never happened before.
Yeah.
Because they see that there is an important role meditation can play in the social health of the world. Today, when depression and mental illness has taken such a big toll of our population, one in every fourth person in the whole world is mentally not sound. And this would help them to become more centered, more robust.
So, Guruji, talking about mental health, that was still a while back, it was a taboo subject. But now you'll see a lot more people, different countries are, they're bringing it into whether it's schools, workplaces, they're encouraging it. Although, there is some bit of a, gray matter, the gray element that people touch upon. But still, like you've been instrumental in talking about it, bringing it. Even we have, we celebrate over here as well World Mental Health Day. How would you suggest schools, let's say schools or offices, how can they, what kind of techniques can they incorporate, whether it's for the students, whether it's for office goers, to help them?
See, when we have dealt with malnutrition, right?
Right.
When people are undernourished or they put on overweight and they don't eat well, or they don't, everyone eats,
Right.
but they don't eat healthy.
Correct.
It shows up on their, in their physique. So you have, nutritionists, healthy diet experts, but we have nothing for the mind like that. And that's where we come in. That's where all these techniques, Sky techniques, come in as a wellness program for mind, body, mind, and spirit, where you can see that mental health is not just absence of a disease, but it is a positive state of mind. The moment we say mental health, we think, oh, it should be bipolar, schizophrenia, depression, or something like that.
Right.
No. If someone is holding on to too much of stress, or if they're angry, if they're agitated, that is the cause of mental, downgrade of the mental health. For me, robust mental health is to see a smile on everybody's face, a confidence within, smile, and then friendly attitude. All this, I would say, are the signs of good mental health.
Right. Well, I think,
and that is needed today.
Absolutely, that's what I was going to ask you, Urji. Like, that is something I'm sure a lot of people come to you and talk to. Even the programs that you have are also about it, because confidence is something that, despite us being out there in public so much, is something that people miss, because you're on the screen all the time and you're putting up things, but
yeah, people are active on the social media, but in real time they fail to connect with people.
That's exactly my next question.
And loneliness is another issue. You see, in United States alone, 47% of the population suffer from loneliness. Can you imagine this?
Wow.
So with this breathing and meditation, you get out of that loneliness. You have a completely different attitude in your life. So you feel like, very centered and happy. That's why we call our whole program as Happiness Workshop. Because everyone who comes in whatever state of mind they come in, they go out of the program being very happy and totally satisfied. That's why we call this whole package of our programs, basic, the first grade program, as Happiness Workshop.
Right. So, Guruji, touching upon again, the aspect of the small screens that we have, screens of any kind actually, and us being so much into it, as humans, whether it's children, parents, even at work. We're so on to this that sometimes we forget, like you rightly said, the connectivity is not there. So connected, but we are still disconnected. What would you, give, what would be your advice for people, whether it's child, whether it's an adult? How can you connect?
When you are watching the screen for too long, what happens is that part of the brain, the back of your cerebral cortex, which is responsible for creativity, starts shrinking.
Right.
So as a result, your creativity has gone down. So because we don't blink, we are looking at it.
Yes.
So you need to reverse this. Meditation does the job. 20 minutes of meditation helps to rejuvenate our nerves. It sends a different signal to our neurons. And there are evidence-based study about this and how your cerebral cortex and the neurons react when you meditate, when you do these exercises. So this becomes very important rejuvenating factor for both our eyes, our optic nerve, and for our brain. Let alone the other benefit. This is a physical, solid changes that people feel right
Physical.
away. Is calmness in the
Right.
mind, and then more energetic. You see, better eyesight and all that stuff.
I think also some of the schools I've read around the world have started introducing as part of their syllabus, or if not syllabus, at least their activities,
Oh yeah.
meditation.
Oh yeah. Our Sky programs are in more than 1,000 universities around the world. 500 universities in India alone, and then 150 universities in America, and then we have about 70, 80 universities in Europe. They have signed MOU with all of them, and many of the top universities, these programs are there for credit. So
Right.
students, when they do it, they get marks for that in their.
Guruji, I wanted your thoughts on AI. And what do you think? How do you think AI is going to affect us? Do you think it'll take over a lot of what we're doing?
AI is challenging you to be more creative. It cannot put up something which is not already there. So you have to become really original contributor in life, in the world, and that's what AI challenges you. So you can't just chew the old chewing gum which has already been there around. Here
Right.
it wants you to be more and more creative and use your brain potential. You know, we see only 0.03% of what exists in the universe.
Right.
And we are using only 2 to 3% of our mental capacity in our whole lifetime. So AI is a blessing, I would say, to the world, so that it makes you to think original or think new, number one. There is also disadvantage. If AI is misused, it can create a lot of challenges in the society as well.
Right.
Because today, to know whether it's a genuine thing or a fake news, is an issue in the society. So AI, if it gets into wrong hands, it's going to cause more damage. But if it is judiciously used, it's a blessing for mankind.
Great.
Okay.
And Guruji, how can one stay mindful? Like, if you could give me your answer in the simplest way you can, how does one stay mindful with all the digital noise, with all that we have around us? Like, there's noise all around us, so much.
Mindfulness is just a result or byproduct of meditation. You don't have to keep your mindfulness all the time,
Right.
because that itself is attention again, to be mindful. But it should come to you naturally.
Right.
So when you have had good rest, when you wake up in the morning, you are naturally mindful. But by the evening, when you are so tired, with all the work and everything, so many stimuli which gets bombarded to your brain, then you naturally feel depleted. At that time, you ask someone to be more mindful, it's very difficult for them. If you try to be mindful at that time, it's more stress.
Right.
So, I would say, mindfulness is a result of deep meditation.
Okay.
I would recommend everyone to meditate twice, few minutes morning, few minutes evening, so that keeps you fresh the whole day.
Right.
Especially in the corporate sectors, I would ask them to have M&M in the afternoon, meals and meditation.
Meals and meditation. Okay, that's
So,
nice.
first meditate and then share meals with everybody, and you will find that your energy level goes up.
So have it together,
Yeah,
like a
have it
communal.
together.
Because again, during meals, I'm sure you've seen or you've heard about it, how it's either the TV that we're looking at, or if it's you're alone, it's the phone. People, I've seen it.
Yeah.
So you're looking at the phone. And
I would say sit with your colleagues and friends, and the bonding should be there. In any corporate sector, we can't work like machines or become a machine. If you are just with a computer, you need a human touch in all the corporate sector, and sharing a meal, sitting together, having some laughter, having some lighter time amidst the busy schedule and busy work would always help.